This is my level 1100 character for Skyrim on Xbox 360. Here we have the level 500 character that I quit playing on years ago, back in 2013. I openly admitted that there was several glitches that made it illegitimate, so I just stopped there, started over. Here we have the oldest save file for the current character that's now level 1100. Here we've reached a point in the history of the save files where the game progress total playtime has reached about 1,192 hours. When I had continued on past this, I noticed that when I made a hard save, it was displaying that I had only played for about 20 hours or so, and this concerned me, and I figured it was some sort of glitch. So I simply reloaded back to a prior save state in the game. However, this kept occurring, and I started suspecting that there was something dramatically glitched with my save file, and seeing as I still wanted to continue progressing and doing things on the game, I sought information across Google and a bunch of other places, went to the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages and the Elder Scrolls Wiki. After all of these failed to produce accurate or helpful information regarding the matter, I actually sent an inquiry to Bethesda through the, contact us sort of channels, and I got a somewhat, more than somewhat, disappointing automated response from them, simply detailing that if my game was experiencing glitches, or that something had gone wrong, I should probably reload to a prior save state if I had one, as if people who play Bethesda games, especially to this degree, don't already know that. I had specified in the inquiry that my issue was that my time was appearing to roll over after 1,000+ hours, but that was the best I got. At this point I was saving, and as soon as the saving ended, I was immediately saving again, so you have saves that are literally seconds apart from each other. Here's where it reaches exactly 0. 1,193 hours, 2 minutes 13 seconds, 2 minutes 32 seconds, zeroed. The next save, 17 seconds, 30 seconds, 43. Further continued save files. And here we are up to current date, the 12th month, 9th day of 2017, 1,066 hours, 15 minutes, and 52 seconds past the rollover. I'll let you do the math, I honestly don't care to. You might notice down here at the bottom, it's listed as the 24th of Sun's Dawn, 4th era. The year is 214. Skyrim begins on the 17th of last seed in the year 201. It's been some years in game. General stats. 2 werewolf transformations, totaling 257 mauls. It's about 125 mauls per transformation. Days as a werewolf, and as I'm sure you can see, days past aren't very far off from each other. This is done intentionally. When you're a werewolf, you cannot gain resting bonuses, so the glitch where you rest and then quickly equip the ethereal crown to gain like the lover's comfort or well rested or whatever perk, plus the bonus extra guardian stone from the ethereal crown, and then one of the 3 guardian stones on top of that. This has not been exploited whatsoever. I've not used any duping, any what do you call them, restoration potion glitch thing, that nonsense where you're ripping clothes on and off really quickly and chugging essentially salty fish potions down or whatever they make them out of. Under general stats, under general stats, you might note that diseases contracted is listed at 11. The level 500 character had 25 diseases contracted. This is not the same level 500 character, just simply leveled up even more. This character was started over right from scratch. Shields of the 9 holds are placed around the house. Centurin dynamo cores and Dibella statues are placed for decorative flourish. All of the letters and execution orders from all of the attempts on my character's life. More shields of the 9 holds. Some of the flame-cloaked spider spell scrolls. They are listed under scrolls when you have them. Different types of clothing that have been specifically enchanted that when wearing the full proper set that I've made will reduce my magic consumption under a particular discipline of magic to no cost, allowing me to very aggressively train under different magical disciplines. I'll be detailing in a different video how to get gear of the quality you just seen, as well as higher. There's a soft cap for enchantments and alchemy and all that in the game, and then there's a hard cap. None of this will involve the restoration potion glitch or any of that other nonsense. Some of the books, as well as treasure maps that I had placed on the shelves ages ago, apparently a side effect of just leaving things sitting on shelves for years and years and coming in and out of the house over and over again, largest silver jugs by the way, is that they will just apparently delete and remove themselves. Apparently, I'm gonna guess, failure to load correctly. Food related nonsense. Desserts. Bulk food items. Largest large Dwemer strut in the game up there. The largest tundra cotton. The Jaren root does not have to be put into the potage magnifique or whatever the hell it is. All 4 lotus extracts. Come on. Trying to light up. There we go. 466 soul husks, being a little bit glitchy. 2 filers of the phantom, several Falmer blood elixirs. The largest red mountain flower and purple mountain flower in the entire game. These are found at the Bard's College. 711 heartstones. Soul husk extracts. Fine cut void salts. Barrett's ashes. alcohol. Jessica's wine. Mead with juniper berry. Colovian brandy. Prime elixir of plunder. Potions of ultimate well-being. Esbern's potion. These potions of water walking can only be obtained in Raven Rock Mine. There are 4 of them hidden throughout the mine. Last I've checked, the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages only has 3 locations in that mine actually listed. Books. Lots of Atronach Forge recipes. I would go slower with this video, but the detailed and higher quality video that I attempted to produce 7 different times on several different pieces of software was being incredibly uncooperative, and I have no interest in paying $200+ for editing software. When I'm not really an entertainer, I just post these things up for fun or to help other people out, and for my own personal ability to look back later and enjoy. Original Falmer armor. I believe I detailed this in the level 500 character video. You can obtain the Jagged Crown. This is done during the quest to go and get the Jagged Crown. When you get it from the Draugr, you reverse pickpocket it into the individual who escaped Helgen with you's inventory. You're going to need a high pickpocket and sneak level to do this. Don't go in there super early game. You won't be able to do it unless you cheat or something, or you're super lucky. I mean, you might have a 2% chance, but after you've reverse pickpocketed in his inventory, you go to whoever you're turning it into, and they'll just accept and end the quest as if you've handed them the Jagged Crown. You wait 24 hours, and then you go to Riverwood, find the individual that had the crown in their inventory that you had handed to them, pickpocket it normally back off of them. It will not be marked as stolen, and you will have it. It can be dropped, placed on mannequins, worn. It's honestly a pretty crappy crown. It's just a unique novelty item. Some of the bugs in jars respawn. Moth in jar. The normal style butterflies. And the torch bugs. Dragonfly in jar and bee in jar do not respawn as I have ever seen on mine or anyone else's character. 267 additional Stalrim, my personal woodcutting axe, Dumox cannon. This is a personally created enchanted crossbow, East Empire shipping map, Helm of Yingol. Now, some of you might have remembered from early vanilla Skyrim, this used to pick up upside down, like so very few other items do. This here now picks up upright, as were many other items like Azadal's Helm of Vision, and half of everything else in the game picks up upside down. But I'm sure Bethesda could have fixed that when they made the special edition for the new gen systems, but yeah, probably too much trouble apparently. Targ of the Blooded, Notched Pickaxe, Poacher's Axe, Keening, Polar's Oath Blade, Kagramaz Resonance Gems. There is one location on Solstheim where one will always respawn once every 30 days. Wuthrad, Ulfric's Bracers, Fine Arm Guards, Shield of Ysgramor, Hunting Brew Decanter, Dwemer Puzzle Cube, Ancient Helm of the Unburned, Dwarven Black Bow of Fate, Angie's Bow, Akavir's Sword, Akaviri? Sorry about that. Ariel's Shield, the Pale Blade, Red Eagle's Bane, Deathbrand Helm, Visage of Mazund. Some people don't seem to know this, but when you're wearing this helm, you can go under the Powers section of your menus, Powers, and there'll be the option to breathe steam as an attack while you're wearing this helm. Queen Bee Statue, Shalador's Insights, 9 of Jizargo's Flame Cloak Scrolls, the Dwarven Exploding firebolt schematic this time. Yes, I got another extra bolt schematic. I don't understand why last time it was frost, this time it's fire. I've only ever found one per major playthrough. Model ship. Bloodskull blade. Headsman's axe. Skull of corruption. Obsessively decorated enchanting table. Skull keys. These can be pulled back out of the coffin. Enchantress primer. Twin secrets. Catalog of weapon enchantments and armor enchantments. 2 of Hrolfdir's shields. I'm sure you all recognize those. Deathbrand treasure map. Yeah, it's way bigger than you. Absolutely hilarious and absurd. Sorry for the rushed video, folks. I simply have to do all of this video in one rough video because the editing software doesn't want to work with such a large video. Extra Reaper Soul Gem fragments. This is apparently intentional. They respawn every so often in one of the large chests here and there throughout the Soul Cairn. It will always be under the giant purple glowing crystals that sap your health. You can fight the Reaper over and over again because of this. If you eat a soul husk that can be picked in the Soul Cairn, this will protect you temporarily from the draining effect of those giant purple crystals. One extra wedding wreath can be found on Solstheim in a particular room in a dungeon underneath of a wooden staircase area. Rusty arrow is obtained from a particular boss shooting these at you. You cannot simply obtain them normally. Arrows that are fired at you are sometimes added to your inventory. This is how you get Rusty Arrow. Glass Bow of the Stag Prince, 1,142 animals killed. The Paragons, Shellbug Chitin, 6, Kazovin's Fang, the Glenmore Witch's Heads, Silver Candlesticks, Initiate's Ewer, Blade of Woe here. You'll see another one in a moment. This is because if you are equipped with the perk to pickpocket weapons off of people that they currently have equipped, when you first meet Astrid, you can pickpocket the blade basically right off of her, and she will hand you another one when the time for the sacrifice rolls around. This is the largest human skull in the game. You can get more than one of them if you simply wait for it to respawn. Wedding Sandals, Predator's Grace, Morvoth's Boots. The 2 largest rubies in the game. Here's a normal ruby for reference. Of course, I have this skull. Pretty easy to grab. Kinda hard not to notice. Necromancer's Amulet, Locket of St. Jub, Amulet of Articulation. Enchanted rings come from the Under Surthal mission. They're simply laying about the ground. You don't really have to get them, but Belmora Blue can be grabbed back out of the chest before turning in that special mission to Delvin. Double the Skilled Skooma can be pickpocketed off of that guy. Ulfric's Clothes and Fur-Trimmed Cloak. Gem collection. At one point you do a mission for Glover over in Raven Rock, and after you do this mission for him, he gives you a key to his basically hidden stash room in the basement of his house. In that room, you will find a letter to his daughter Sapphire, who is a Thieves Guild member. You can turn in this letter to Sapphire and receive the unique, exquisite sapphire from her as a reward from handing her this letter. If you wait long enough, the letter in Glover's basement will respawn, and you can simply take the letter to her again and get another one. The limit does not stop at 2, you can just keep doing this and doing this. Keys. You can get a firebrand wine case of your own from a basement bedroom in the Temple of the Divines in Solitude. Here's the other Blade of Woe, pickpocketed off of Astrid. Shields from the Nine Holds. One of the 2 types of Dwemer bowls that are the largest in the game. Charred skeever meat. Spiced beef has been pickpocketed off of the guy it was delivered to. Has been delivered to. Borvir's dagger, the largest jug in the game. Get that from Meridia's temple laying on the floor. There's other objects like the bust of the Grey Fox. These things will not stand up for anything. 2021 flower baskets. That darling little girl, I don't know how the hell she carried so much. Klimek supplies can be grabbed back out of the chest after turning in the side mission to Klimek. Map of dragon burials can be yanked off the table before leaving that room. If you put it out on display on a shelf, or anywhere else really, this item will disappear. You can only safely store it inside of containers without it vanishing. Empty skooma vials. Extra enchanted and improved items for selling. Bulk extra soul gems for enchanting. My collection of Peerless Great Equipment. Peerless is the highest level of enchanted equipment you're going to pretty much find in boss-grade chests at the ends of dungeons, at Dragon Roost locations, and then you'll be able to find from higher-end clothing and smithery shops. Animal-related goods. These Dragon Heart Scales, you can just keep getting them and getting them as long as you have Kazovine's Fang equipped when you're digging through a dragon after killing it. Werewolf pelts can be obtained from Harkon's bedroom. They respawn also. Dwarven-related artifacts and scrap. Some of the items off of this shelves, much like the books and notes on the other shelves, have just vanished due to apparently sitting for way too much time. Ulfr's Book, the Book of Fate, Gilded Wrist Guards, Dancer's Flute, Pelagius's Hip Bone, broken items in reference to older Elder Scrolls games when items could actually break due to having condition. There were more rings placed in careful sequence on this top shelf. Every other one seems to have vanished. I did try to carefully check under this shelf, behind the shelf, using the telekinetic grab. Even used a 15-foot fireball radius blast to try and knock hopeful items that were behind the shelves out of place. They were not there. Sigil stones, I'll probably detail about why there's 2 in a later video. 2 of the Ancient Traveler's skulls. Those are normal-sized human skulls. One of the other largest human skulls in the game, that's a duplicate, like I was talking about in the bedroom. The largest kettle in the game, filled with Daedra hearts, the second largest basket in the game, the largest Dwemer plate metal in the game, the absolute largest basket in the game, half full with human hearts. Torturer's tools of both varieties, more bloody tankards, tools. Control cubes, draw knife, Dwemer gyro. Ingredients: sorry about the load screens. The first attempt at editing this video, the load screens were cut out. This does not appear to be an option with the software I'm trying to utilize, so I'm just going to upload a raw feed video. At this point, I've moved over to PS4 entirely. I've got over 940 hours already logged on there, and my current goal on PS4 is to reach at least level 2000, if not higher. And I overall aim to double my stats, remasters, so on and so forth. I've done extensive experimenting with using carefully placed torches to relight areas. Several of the cities in this save file have been relit and redone, mostly for experimentation purposes. It helps quite a bit at nighttime, considering I don't use graphical mods or any of that other stuff. Extra gold ingots. Even places like this, torches can be placed at odd angles to make it much more visible, especially in the middle of the night. Skills, levels, health. This is 2,290 magicka, 5,500 health, and 3,500 stamina. The character is level 1,100. Places like the ruined bridge at the College of Winterhold, I much more extensively tried to experiment with the lighting options. The PS4 save file that I'm working on has no mods or exploits or other nonsense going on with it, and I have far, far more thoroughly experimented and used the fruits of my experimenting with lighting to my advantage. Grand soul gems, all filled with grand souls. Aside from not using the Fortify Restoration Potion glitch, not item duping, or any of that other nonsense, I intentionally did not complete the last of the Daedric Artifact quest. This is to get the Ogma Infinium book. As another side note, some of the quest in my quest listings just simply removed the listed tag for them. Apparently due to just playing too much without actually completing them. They're still completable though. The Talk to the Companions leader for work is still up there, always is, but the Dark Brotherhood one, I can still go ask for another job, but as many times as I turn it in, she just doesn't add a tag under my miscellaneous. Here I'll be actually finishing the quest for the Augma Infinium. I already have the mixture of blood in the injector for him. This is to prove that I did not use the Augma Infinium for any of the leveling nonsense. Augma Infinium. Yeah, I'm good. Don't need it. Going to Solstheim at the moment to point out several details. There was originally intended to be a bunch of rare shots of highly uncommonly seen glitches in the game at the end of the video. Those will not be there anymore. There was vertical dragon crash landings. Well, one, but several different angles and shots of it. And a handful of other interesting things. Unfortunately, due to editing software low quality or prices, that won't be listed. There is a dragon that flies around the west end of Solstheim. This dragon almost never yields a soul. It's almost a waste of the time to bother with it. This here is the location where the Kagrumez Resonance Gem will respawn once every 30 days at the very end of the dungeon on top of a dwarven plate. Just to the west of this location, a dragon sits and a dragon burial mound. It will respawn about every 15 days or so, maybe less. A dragon respawns here. A dragon can be found here. It does not take 30 days for the dragon here to respawn. Giant Nirnroots and Spriggans can be found here. Ricklings here. Hork's Bane can be found laying on the ground, as well as Lord Tusk. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed playing this game. I thank you all for your time, and have a nice day.